The Nephilim debate is a very debated topic, mainly due to its obscure nature. In the Bible, they were made when the sons of God came to the land and had babies with the daughters of man. Now, today we're not talking about the giants or the Nephilim. We're talking about the parents, specifically the sons of God. Now, I'm decently sure we've all heard about Jesus, with his specific title being the Son of God. Now, normally, along with this title, it mentions that it is his only son, but the Sons of God title gives an odd, counteractive vibe to it, so today we will be explaining what it means. Now, the term Sons of God is used to describe the parents of the Nephilim, but in Luke, Adam is also given this term as well. Now, Adam was the first man made from dust by God, so it would make sense, but in this context, it's different. It's written in a genealogy, which traces a family lineage, as it is known that not all in a family lineage are a blood relation. In this context, it shows where Adam came from, and in the context, the name is for those who follow after God. Okay, I'm going to make a brief interruption in our normal production video to just talk for a single second about Adam. The first human being. Now, we all know that the story of Adam and Eve. I'm pretty sure we do. However, though, can we just talk about the Quran and Adam first, like a single second? Like in some Muslim proverbs, from what I've just read, it said that Adam was 90 feet tall, 60 cubits. Can we just take a second to reel that in? If Adam was actually 90 feet tall, how big was the snake that approached Adam and Eve? Just think about that for a solid second. How big would that thing have had to be? It would have been the size of, I don't know, at least a shark. Probably bigger. And let's consider the fact that giants, if they actually were 60 feet tall, what would a giant be to Adam? Would it just be a 150 foot tall person? That would be terrifying to see. I just interrupted your broadcast just to point out this little fact to you. Have a good day. If you're wondering why we should or need to even keep track of a genealogy, I'm going to give you an example right now.
Now, many, many years ago, when I was 23, I was married to a widow who was pretty as could be. This widow had a grown-up daughter who had hair of red. My father fell in love with her, and soon they two were wed. This made my dad my son-in-law, changed my very life. My daughter was my mother, 'cause she was my father's wife. To complicate the matter, even though it brought me joy, I soon become the father of the bouncing baby boy. This little baby then became a brother-in-law to Dad, and so became my uncle, though it made me very sad. For if he was my uncle, then that also made him brother of the widow's grown-up daughter, who of course was my stepmother. I'm my own grandpa. Sing with it if you want to. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. Father's wife then had a son who kept them on the run, and he became my grandchild. Boy, was my daughter's son. My wife is now my mother's mother, and it makes me blue, because although she is my wife, she's my grandmother too. Now, if my wife my grandmother, then I'm her grandchild, and every time I think of it, yet it drives me wild. Oh, now I have become the strangest case you ever saw, as husband of my grandmother, and my own grandpa.
The next time we see this name shows up is in Job, when the angels gather to present themselves before the Lord. Not those angels, or those angels. Those angels. This is what the parents of the Nephilim were, albeit they did disobey and take wives and have children. Once again, they fit under those who follow him, not blood relation. This is also the category that the believers fall into, as they are given the title of a child of God, but not the son of God. So naturally, we can assume that when the term the sons of God is used in Genesis, it is also referring to the ones who follow after God. This can explain all the mention of the title outside of Jesus, so let's specify the difference between his title and theirs. The title of Jesus is also associated with another part of the title that either comes up before or after his name in the sentence itself, which is his one and only son or his only begotten son in some translations, which indicates that this is a unique position that no one else can claim or share. So the titles are basically saying to the reader, this is a blood son versus saying someone is like a son.
Okay, so Mary had Jesus. Yeah. And Jesus is known as the Lamb of the Lord. Yeah. So then Mary had a little lamb? Get out.
Like the one family member no one's actually related to, but you still count them as family. So that's the explanation behind the question of who are the sons of God. I hope this clarified. See you later.